back. This is Girls Only Sports, the Playbook. This episode, we're going to get into the Aces being on fire. Dawn Staley potentially taking the New York Knicks job if it was offered to her. Kansas City in the NWSL being inevitable and unstoppable. And lastly, Sue Bird finally getting her statue. So please keep track and stay tuned to this episode. I am Candice. That is Kay. Sports happens, but things happen. We've been busy, so that's one of the reasons this episode is coming out really late. But before we get into our full court press to talk about these good things in girls and women's sports, please follow us on all social media platforms: Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, our website, girlsonlysportsnetwork.com. But before we get into that, we did go to a couple of things, and we wanted to shout out some very, very cool individuals who we met. We were able to travel up to Cleveland for the Tennis in the Land event. It was a professional tennis tournament in the Cleveland area outdoors. It was real cutesy.
It was very cute.
They had a women in sports event and had some movers and shakers in the business of women's sports speak, and we were able to listen to them. Shout out to Bailey Mincer. She's the art director up there for the Cleveland Cavaliers. She was actually on the team for getting all of the bid together, the art and the proposal together for the WNBA awarding Cleveland a WNBA team. So shout out to her. Allie Elecrin, she is the co-founder of State Champs and the W Sports Bar. She also has a podcast as well, so shout out to her. But the Women's Sports Bar, the W Sports Bar, is one that it's needed. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just one of those avenues where, there's a bar you can go to where they show nothing but women's sports. And as leagues pop up, and NWSL, WNBA, now volleyball, college basketball is about to start, it's just a safe space for people to go to be in company and enjoy what we like to talk about. And lastly, Christy Harsh, she's a sports voiceover actor, and she gave some really good tips on how to project and getting into a very male-dominated field and doing voice promos. So listening to those individuals it was just great, just hearing their perspective. And, all of us have other jobs that we have to do, but we have a passion for sports, and it's good to see that there are women who are passionate about what we do, moving and shaking and being able to build careers. And so it was just us reaching out and
always
doing
good
what
to
we
get
do.
that knowledge, hear what they got to say.
Right. And locally, we want to shout out Clara Sharp, our good friend. She is she runs Watch Women Win. It is a local group around Columbus that she holds these watch parties for WNBA games. They had a really, really big one for last year's Final Four. Packed it out, had some great guests come through. Katie Smith was in the house. And so it was just, again, like-minded people who want to sit around and watch women's sports, get together, have prizes. You can eat, drink, have a good time. But it's just a safe space for all of us. So shout out, Clara. Thank you for all your support. She does have an event coming up really soon, an NWSL event that she's going to have. I'm going to shout it out real quick because I want people to watch our show and also see that, there are places to go. So Gotham FC is going to be playing Angel City. That's going to be on Sunday, September 7th at 5 p.m. They'll be at Oak, another Watch Women Win event. So shout out to Clara and all that she does and for all of her support. So let's get into our full court press and run through all of this good stuff. We'll start in the basketball world. Normally we start with soccer, but since basketball wants to, give us some highlights.
Yeah.
Let's start. All of these, the top three topics kind of run together, so I'll do a through line through all of them. South Carolina and Nike. Under Armour, who's been the sponsor for South Carolina for a number of years, looks like they got outbid by Nike. And the big story about that is obviously Asia Wilson is a graduate and has a statue outside of Colonial Life Arena. And they will do a huge Asia Wilson integration with her Nike line with the South Carolina Gamecocks women's basketball program. So what do you think about that? I mean, it just fits at this point.
It was only right. Like,
yeah.
you was about to have them in anything but the A1 next season?
Right.
It wasn't happening. No, it had to happen. It was meant to be. It was written. Asia probably wrote that in the original contract.
Facts. And it just, like you said, it's all full circle. And I know, you know, Don Staley was like, you know, she had her comments out. They had the 7/1/26, so that's when everything becomes official. But it just makes perfect sense to see South Carolina women's basketball wearing at the time it's going to be A2s. That's when they're going to come out. So they get clean exclusives. But staying on Don Staley a little bit, she did an interview today with Candace Parker and Aaliyah Boston, and she talked about if the New York Knicks offered her the job, she would have taken it.
I don't buy it. I'm calling cap, coach. I'm calling cap. I don't believe it. I'm not buying it.
Break it down for me.
I don't buy it. I don't think if they offer her anything, she leaving the daycare.
Really?
Don love the daycare. Don. Don't even break my heart right now.
Now she did, to give Coach Staley some credit, she did say that if it was another job that she would potentially get offered in the NBA, she would probably say no. She did say if it was the Philly team that's getting a WNBA team, she would say no. But she did say the reason that she would have taken the New York Knicks job, it was because it's the New York Knicks. I think outside of Los Angeles, it's the second largest media market, and just for the sake of breaking that glass ceiling, she talked about she would have walked away. But I did find it interesting in her comments that she said she felt the room shift when she asked the New York Knicks would they be prepared having a woman head coach, and kind of broke down how their daily life would change in terms of the questions they would get, the media attention they would get, that would be very, very different than what they used to, and how the professional world that they've kind of created of never having a woman coach as, you know, a head coach of a men's professional basketball team, it'll be a drastic shift. And she kind of explained that it was a shift in the room during her interview. So I did find that very, very interesting. But I don't know. Seeing Coach Staley on the Knicks, I think she would have left. If they offer her the job, I think she would have left.
All right.
I think she would have left. It's the Knicks. I mean, I don't think they would have won, but we would have got to see her a couple seasons on a New York Knicks sideline.
Right.
Let's head over to the WNBA. Do we want to talk about what's going on in the league or around the league first?
Around the league first.
Around the league first.
Yeah.
So, you know, we talked about it before that there are some big reports coming out that the league and the WNBA Players Association is nowhere near where they need to be to sign a new collective bargaining agreement by their deadline in October. So my question to you is, and I probably asked it before, are they opting out and, you know, holding out and striking and not playing next season? Or do you think, you know, the two of them will have to have some even more harder, tougher conversations for them to get something in place? So are they walking off, the players?
They're walking. We're not playing next season. I've been saying it from the beginning, and it's probably for the best. We are not playing next season. We just all need a fresh start, and that's what we're going to get. We're going to hold off, and that's all I'm saying.
That's all we need a little more. I mean, what's the benefit of them not playing next season?
To show you I'm serious. I think that's the only thing. Like, it's time. I think we're in the perfect time for us to just
But
be
do
like,
you think they can recover from a lockout?
Why not? What's there to recover from? They be all right. They be all right. Everybody gonna be all right.
They can't play an unrivaled, you know, for 8 months. I mean, they can get some money from somewhere. I don't know.
Sure
I don't want them to make any drastic concessions just to keep the league going. I think the players have done that too many times. But I do not want them to lock out, but I don't want them to concede either. So we'll see. We'll see. But we got your opinions on it. Right. The other big story, again, which kind of ties into it too, for a league that says they don't have any money available, there's big controversy going around about the Connecticut Sun and who's going to own the team, what's going on with it. So they've been owned by the Mohegan Tribe for a very long time. And we were under the impression, now I think we talked about it on our show, that Boston Celtics owner wanted to buy the Connecticut Sun for $325 million and move the team to Boston. Well, come to find out, they never submitted an official bid, and the WNBA is not a fan at all of that moving the Connecticut Sun to Boston. It has been reported, and even I think the CFO of the state of Connecticut came out and released a video and said that the Mohegan Tribe wants to actually, they can match the offer, meaning they can get $325 million themselves to keep the team, as well as move the team to Hartford, Connecticut. And if you make that connection, Hartford is where the University of Connecticut is, and you're kind of dipping into Gina Auriemma's layer of what they got going on. So it's like these dueling things going on, and outside of that, the WNBA said that they are willing to give the Mohegan Tribe $250 million to buy the Connecticut Sun, but to get the team to one of their expansions or one of their owners that they've already chosen. So I guess my question to you is, for a league that says they don't have any money to pay players, now you say you have $250 million to buy a WNBA team. Where do you think the Connecticut Sun should go? Should they go to Boston or Hartford, or what do you make of all of this?
This is exactly why I said we're not playing next season. Because what are you talking about? Like, what are we talking about?
I tried to make it connect. I mean, it's a lot of pieces to this story.
I'm like, all this is just proving to me why we're not playing next season. But for me personally, I know you don't like the NBA ownership ideal. I'm saying go to Boston. I'm sorry, like Mohegan, y'all done had it for how long? And we didn't.
True.
What has the Connecticut Sun done? True. Except let your all-star lineup of a team get blown up.
All walk out the door. No championship. No practice facility.
Nothing.
Had to
Nothing
share
in
a
the
floor.
works.
Yeah, nothing in the works. I'm
Send
with
it to
you.
Boston.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad that Boston wants to buy the team. They have the money. They've already said they want to put in $100 million practice facility as well. As you stated, I am not a fan of NBA owners owning WNBA teams, and it's clear as day that the WNBA is giving preference to these NBA owners, and I hate it. I wish there was more separation between the WNBA and the NBA. I don't think Adam Silver gets enough criticism for how he's handling it. I think the WNBA got a huge disservice out of that media deal. I'm with you. I think the team should be. You have an owner. They've done the what do you call them? Like the test games in the Boston arena. They had a couple at TD Garden. They've all sold out. People were really excited. Give the team to Boston. And I'm one, like, even though the Tennessee Summit released a proposal to get a team that will be in Nashville and things like that, I'm not the biggest fan either of, placing WNBA teams in women's college basketball powerhouse towns. It just, I'm just not the biggest fan of that either. So I'm with you. Move the team to Boston, and if the WNBA has $250 million to buy a WNBA team, you have $250 million to at least give half of it to the players. Now, on to what's going on the court. We'll just stick on two topics real quick. We talked about the Aces getting blown out by 53 points.
I don't care.
And then Asia, I guess, cussed him out in a text message.
Listen, what I always say, never doubt them aces.
They clinched the
Scary.
clinched the playoffs. Looking at a 2 seed.
It's scary for y'all. That's all I'm gonna say.
Asia didn't.
And I'm going back on my pick. Yeah, the aces winning.
Oh my.
Now I'm back talking shit. Asia's winning it all.
Asia's blowing up the MVP debate.
Yeah.
I'm scratching the back of my head. Chelsea Gray look like old Chelsea Gray.
Are y'all not entertained? That's all. Are y'all not entertained?
Listen, if there was any loss, that could make or break a season, their response to it, I think every Aces fan, I think people know where I lie with it. I've been happy these last few weeks. Asia's play, obviously, she's taking it up a notch. Chelsea Gray, who I kind of felt had a really, really rough start to the season. Jewel Lloyd now coming off the bench and accepting that role. I think Melissa Smith has been big.
Yeah.
And this is just one of those situations I kind of wish they had a whole nother season with her too, knowing the CBA and all that's gonna. Well, according to you, there will be no season next year. But if they had another season of work, because I think she has so much potential on this team. But they look dangerous. They look absolutely dangerous.
We always say you don't want to come playoff time. I don't care if they came in as the 8 seed. I don't ever want to see the Aces.
Right.
Because the way they
not a pissed off
in,
Aces.
Exactly. All they want, like I said, are y'all not entertained? They were like, okay, we've been winning too much these last couple seasons. Let's give them something. Let's give them some entertainment. They're in Vegas. We're gonna
53 points was wild.
That was ridiculous.
that was a little wild. That was a little wild. And we'll save our MVP debate because I think it's clear between 3 people: Nafisa Collier, Asia, and Alyssa Thomas. We'll save that for next episode because I think whoever is going to win is going to be decided in these next 6, 7, 8 games before playoff time. That's how close it is. But I did want to hit on before we get off the W. What's going on with the New York Liberty?
Exactly what I said at the beginning of the season. The exact thing I said at the beginning of the season that I was ready to eat my words on because I was like, okay, no, they playing good. They all right. Mm-hmm. Bust. Now going back to back, that's what's happening.
Oh. You think they won't even, getting all their players back healthy. Stewie just came back the last game. They were able to win that one, but they lost some pretty big ones. You don't think they'll be able to piece it all together if everybody outside of Benijah comes back healthy?
Yeah, they can piece it back together. I still don't think they're winning it.
Dang.
No.
Sorry, Liberty, you ain't got no fan. And one of us.
I mean, you right. I'm not a Liberty fan at all. But yeah, it's just no. I'm just being a hater though.
Okay.
It's no back to back for y'all this year.
Who's your final pick? Well, no, we picked the Aces and the Fever. I think
I'll take that pick back. I'm sticking with the Aces for our final. Aces. Yeah, Aces. I don't know. Aces Links. That's what I want to see.
Aces Links. Yeah, they play on September 4th, so we got to You know what? Maybe we should go live for that game because that should be a good one. Unless somebody get on the heater, they get blown out again. But that's gonna be the game. So let's get off the W a little bit. Let's run through some things going on in the soccer world. Bay FC set a new attendance record for NWSL game. They had 40,000 people at the San Francisco Oracle Park. That's where they play baseball. They played against the Washington Spirit. They pulling fans everywhere.
I love it. You love to see it, and I will say this though: I hate when they play on baseball fields. Nothing stresses me out more. I don't know why. It just irritates my soul. But you love to see the whole thing.
What did you feel about? I know, right? What do you feel about? Remember when they had Caitlyn Clark playing at the football stadium? They had a volleyball game at the football stadium too. So you're not a fan.
So like putting the court is not as bad to me as playing a soccer. I don't know. It just feels so far away. Like I just feel like I'm just out of the mix. Like I just feel
right.
I guess the same. It would be the same. No, yeah, I just don't like it. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it, but it's just
again, like I said, it's a great moment. It just proves they can get the people in the door.
Everybody watches women's sports. Is that the jig?
That's the whole thing.
Before we get into the NWSL season part of it, which is basically one team right now, but I've been being properly schooled on all the transfers that happen and the money that goes along with it. We got another huge transfer, meaning I'm talking about price. So, we talked before about Naomi Girma getting $1 million transfer fee to play for Chelsea. Now we get one for Lisbeth Oval, $1.5 million from to get transferred over to an NWSL team at that. So what do you think about that kind of money for transfers? And I think I saw a headline was like, if they're paying 1.5 for Lisbeth, what's the transfer fee for Trinity Rodman?
That's crazy. That's a crazy.
You got to give me an answer for that one.
Okay. Okay, so first for the transfer, I will say I'm a Tigres fan solely because Jenny Hermoso plays there. I don't watch the Mexican League too much, or the Mexico League too much, but I watch Tigres because Jenny Hermoso plays for them, and that's who Elizabeth Ovale played for. And when I seen she was leaving, I was like, oh my God, no, like, because you fall in love with the rest of the team too as you watch them. Right. And I was like, no, like, that's a huge loss for them. I seen she was going to my pride. I said, oh, run it. Throw the whole bag at her. Throw the whole bag. And again, it's in that moment where the Pride are sliding very bad right now. Like they are in. They just don't look like the team that went undefeated for however many games last season and won the Shield and the championship. So I think it's at a very good time for them to bring her in, especially with you get hit with Barbara Banda season-ending injury. I think 2 weeks ago now. So it's nothing but space and opportunity for her to show her magic. They call her the magician, and that's not for no reason. So I'm excited to see what she can do. I will say the Liga MX is the style of play is very physical when you watch them. So I'm excited to see what she brings to the NWSL, and see who she can put out some elbows on.
Right. And
the Trinity Rodman fee. I don't think it's 1.5 right now.
You know what's coming.
Unfortunately, I think it is coming. However, I don't think it's going to be a record-breaking fee right now.
Okay.
I don't think she's going to beat the 1.5 right now. And who's she going to go to?
I didn't ask you that.
That's me out, Trinity.
I said the money. You get the name, you get everything that comes along with it. That's what you're paying for.
All I'm gonna say is if it's OL, if it's Leon, I'm gonna be pissed. That's all I'm saying. Michelle Kang, you on thin ice. Like, I love me Michelle Kang down. But
hey, Trinity Rodman, Kay is she getting in your bag, sis? She lowering your price.
I'm not trying to stop nobody bag, Trinity lover. But girl, no, you need to be in Washington.
Nah.
This is your home.
When that $3 million fee come out, we're going to do a special episode.
Get out of here. 3 is crazy.
Watch, it's going to happen. But you mentioned, the Orlando Pride sliding. I think the story of the NWSL season, which kind of mirrors the WNBA season, is that you have one team that is they've been solid and dominant all year, even with wins and losses. Kansas City, 14 wins, 2 losses. And then you have nearly everybody else, like clumped up all together where they're just 2-3 games away from each other. So what is Kansas City doing that is just head and shoulder, like it's legit head and shoulders better than everybody right now.
Yeah, I can't tell you. I think they realized last season they should have won. Is what they realized. Last season should have been
revenge
there.
Season is what
yeah,
it
this is
sounds like.
revenge tour. That's all it is. Like that's it. They know that they should have been in the final at least last season.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's one of those moments, kind of like how Orlando was last year. The team is brought in. Everybody's there. Everybody's showing up. Everybody's playing their role and doing everything you need. And it's easy to be like, oh, this player, but it really is a team effort. Everybody is looking solid for Kansas City, even down to the coaching and the tactics and everything. It just, sometimes there's certain seasons where it just hits for somebody. Like it's just one of those moments where it's just like, it's clicking right now.
It's all
and I think
piecing
Kansas
together.
City, yeah.
I think the story of them too is, I don't know, I get nervous sometimes when teams who have been dominant during the regular season, you have them, right, where they look good, but then they get to the playoffs and it's like, now you really have to prove it. And then you're still, you know, one penalty kick can change everything. So that always makes me nervous about teams who've just been so dominant during the regular season. Is like, how do you piece it together during the playoffs? So we'll be looking to see what Kansas City can do. They're not going
to do that again. That's what happened to them last year. Cause
you got them winning.
Unfortunately, yes. I do.
Not unfortunately.
I just say that as
stop being a homer.
They trying to make Orlando and Kansas City a little rivalry now, so I gotta be a homer. Hey.
But that's some of our soccer news. Big news out of volleyball. I know we don't cover it. We're gonna try to do a better job of it because the NCAA women's volleyball is like out. That softball is just taking off. And nearly 771,000 viewers tuned in on Fox. It's the second most watched regular season match ever. The number one ranked team faced off against Nebraska. Number one ranked team, which is Nebraska, faced off against Pitt. And it was just all the talk all weekend. I don't know how your For You page looked. Mine was just nothing but volleyball, Nebraska, people debating. And so it's just, tuning in to see some of those big matches. Obviously, Penn State, who won the national title last year, are right up there in the mix. The top teams are Nebraska, Penn State, Pittsburgh, Louisville, and the always there University of Texas, who just is somewhere near always in the mix. So we're going to cover some women's volleyball in the NCAA this year just because, we kind of talked about it with softball. When we get into sports that we tap into here and there, we get too invested.
Yeah. We got to know the whole roster. We got to, now I gotta look up your whole biography, everything.
Because, I don't know why I was so defeated when Texas Tech lost that softball World Series.
Devastated.
I was devastated. And I'm like, and then when Penn State won last year and they had that story with their coach who won the championship battling cancer, I was like, oh yeah, we won the championship knowing good and well I can't claim no team. I said we. Like I was part of the team.
Confident, right.
Yeah. But it should be a really exciting season to tap into some of them and to see what the Lady Buckeyes, their volleyball team, does this season as well. Still in that volleyball tip, the U.S. women's national volleyball team is in the World Championships. This probably could be something where girls only in other sports, if there was like a sports network that showed it all the time, that there's a World Championships going on right now, and it's probably very hard to find. This is like a huge deal, the World Championships and the Olympics, and it's just one of those things that doesn't get a lot of coverage. The U.S. women's national volleyball team, they were in fourth place last year. Their last world title was in 2014, so they should be due for another title. We'll keep track. I've watched a couple of highlights of the matches, but if they get to the semifinals and or the finals, we're gonna be locked in. Yeah,
Right.
we're gonna be locked in. I don't want to get too invested yet because
Right.
I already got a lot going on. Like, I'm knowing too much, and then the U.S. Open is going on too. I know I didn't put tennis on our list of things. Coco done had me stressed out already. Taylor Townsend that got into it with another player at the end of a match today. Like, I'm just going through it. They got me stressed. But staying on the U.S. Open in our She Did That segment, for some reason the same people keep popping up in the She Did That segment. So I think at a certain point we're gonna have to put the legends in their own group and not touch on them until like the next year. Because it's the same people.
And then just run down the list.
Yeah, like they just pop up continually. The first being Venus Williams. She got a wild card to play at the U.S. Open. And she played really well. She did lose her first round match. But one of the things that you always see, even at, I think she's 45 years old at this point, her first U.S. Open was in 1997, was that she took the 11th ranked player in the world to 3 sets. And there were flashes when that match where you just know you were looking at somebody who was one of the greatest ever to play their sport. And it was just always great to see her. And I hope we can clip what she spoke about in her press conference, where she talked about she's been fighting so hard to come back because she's been sick for so long, and she just wanted to play free and injury free and pain free and prove it to herself that she could do it. And Venus, stop inspiring us. Like, you've done enough.
You inspired enough generations.
You inspired enough generations. But it's again, like, you know, you reach a certain age and the legends still inspire you that there's still more that you can do, and you're still the author of your own story. And so Venus doing what she continues to do, and you know, I won't be surprised if that little sister of hers decides to make a splash sometime somewhere soon.
Big sis did it, I gotta do it.
Yeah, you know that's how that go. Who surprisingly showed up at Maria Sharapova's introduction into the And so Maria Sharapova got inducted into the International Tennis Hall of Fame. So the Hall of Fame for tennis players, Maria Sharapova got inducted, and lo and behold, Serena pops up to do the introduction, and I think everybody was shocked, because if you talk about maybe not a rivalry on the court.
Scandal.
But listen, when them two used to go at it in the controversy and the commentary around it, to see Serena and Maria share a stage and pop up and her friends, I'm like, am I in a time? Like, what happened?
Right.
But shout out to them. They both did that. That you just grow in and out of sports. So that was really cool. Over in basketball, Candace Parker, still, again, legends doing what legends do, gets 2 jersey retirements in the same year.
Yeah.
Who does that? The Los Angeles Sparks retired her jersey earlier this season, and just a few days ago, the Chicago Sky retired her jersey as well. She was only there for, 2 seasons? Or was it just one season?
I was going to say, it's just one season, wasn't it?
It was just one season, but the reason they retire her jersey is in that one season, her being the Chicago native, she did deliver them a championship. So when you're able to do that, you get your jersey retired. So shout out to Candice, what she was able to do. Allie Quigley got her jersey retired as well. So that whole 2021 Chicago Sky team, that starting 5 should have every single jersey retirement, because their title run was absolutely ridiculous. Like, in hindsight, it shouldn't have happened, but it happened how it was supposed to.
Right.
Last but not least, one of the greatest point guards of all time, Sue Bird, gets a statue outside of the arena up there in Seattle for the Seattle Storm. She spent, 20 years there. I can run down her accolades for days, but she finally gets her statue. And I believe she's the first WNBA player to get a statue outside of their WNBA team, which I think is very important. If I'm not, does Lisa Leslie have a statue yet at the Staples Center?
Well, I said that, and you said, no, I made that up. So I don't think.
I
thought she did. And you was like,
You ain't gonna call me. We gotta do a little Google before we end this show. We gotta do a little Google. I should have done my research. Girl, I don't see no Lisa Leslie.
I'm telling you, I made it up in my head. I think she deserved it.
Girl, they said this in 2019. I still don't see no statue.
They said what in 2019?
WNBA legend Lisa Leslie to be honored with a statue outside of Staples Center. Well, what happened to the statue?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I know I've heard whispers of this before. Like, I felt like it existed, but I guess not.
Oh, they still iron out the specific date. Okay, Los Angeles, I'm gonna need y'all to get it together.
6 years later.
Yeah, like I'm gonna need Lisa gonna need something. Like, let's get her statue up there immediately. And you know, I just thought of one more thing before we get out of here. We don't have an X's and O's for this show, but have you had a chance to take a look at Caitlyn Clark's logo?
You know what? I actually didn't. I seen her walking in, but I didn't even pay attention. They were like, oh, she wears her logo. And I was like, where is it? Was it the pants? Was the pants the logo?
No, girl.
No, I mean, like, was the logo on the pants?
Yes, the logo's on the pants.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I didn't get a close-up look, though. But
because I need to ask you, look up the logo real quick.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
And tell me, yeah, this is no pre-commentary. I'm not. I'm not. Logo. But this is live reaction to the logo.
This is great. Okay, where's it at? I don't like when people don't just show me a picture. Like, why I gotta watch a video, watch 22 ads.
Girl,
I feel like you being messy.
I'm not being messy. I promise.
This is it.
Oh my God.
This is it.
Hold on, pop it up on the screen.
This?
Yes.
The little Coco Chanel. Little CC. It's cute. What about it?
I think the CC was fitting.
It's CC. It's giving Coach and Chanel had a baby.
I thought it was giving Coach and Gucci had a baby. Them GGs look real connected. You know what I mean? I don't know nothing about luxury, but
it's cute. Mm-hmm.
So if I really want to be messy, I'm gonna put you on the spot before we get out of here.
Okay.
Whose logo is better? Okay, Asia, Stewie, Sabrina, Caitlyn, Angel.
Damn, I don't even know all there. Wait, Stewie got a logo too?
Yes, all of them got a logo.
Brianna Stewart logo. No, okay, wait. I'm gonna be quick. I promise.
Okay.
Brianna Stewart logo. No, it's not that one. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not that one. Who else did you say?
Angel Reese logo.
Sabrina. You said Sabrina.
I said Stewie, Sabrina,
logo.
Angel.
Not that one either. That's boring. And you said Angel Reese.
Angel and Asia.
Well, I know the A1. Oh, I just typed Angel Reese. I'm like, ain't nothing popping up but her. Oh, Angels is cute. Oh, y'all, they gonna tell me I'm being a hater. Angels is cute because I like it looked like a little halo. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was gonna give it to Caitlyn because I don't really like the A1 logo that much. I won't lie. I don't like it.
It's because we didn't know what it was until we got the explanation.
Yes, when I got the story and everything, I love it. It's cute. They eat down.
Love it.
Got a pair. But this right here, those is cute. I'm going Angel, and that's not even me being that.
Hey, only thing I asked was how was you ranking it, and I'm with you.
Oh, but I'm ranking it. I'll be honest though, my ranking would be Angels. I don't know. Caitlyn ain't really nothing. No, I'm gonna go Angel, A1, Caitlyn, and then Stewie and them is tied. Both of theirs is boring. Like, I'm sorry. I like Liberty. Me back on my Liberty hate.
I know. How you turn into a hating on the Liberty train?
I don't even know. I'm sorry. Because you know I'm an Ellie fan.
Right. Now, when Ellie get a logo, she going to be at the top. But
I already know.
right. That is our show. I hope you enjoyed it. Please enjoy our commentary. That's the good stuff we like to talk about.
Right.
But please stick with us for more girls and women's basketball content. We're trying to put some things out, follow all the good sports. We're getting in contact with some high school teams and local area collegiate teams as well to follow along to see what's going on locally since we're here around in Ohio, to shout out those girls and women playing sports. Once again, follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, our website, girlsonlysportsnetwork.com. Please comment. I'm going to clip the logo thing. Tell us we want you to rank the logos. It's Asia's, Caitlyn's, Angel, Sabrina, Stewie. We want to know.
And
how
I've
you
decided
rank them.
Stewie's is above Sabrina's. Sabrina's look like the S's you used to make in school with the little line, like the little Scooby-Doo S. That's what Sabrina's logo look like. So she's last place for me. No shade.
We need y'all to get your input. We need y'all to give it to us. That is Kay. I am Candice. This is the Playbook, and we are Girls Only Sports.